several concessions. And the problem we've been having with the use of heavy earth-moving mining equipment, mainly excavators, is the fact that they're able to crisscross the country and mine anywhere. For us to be able to control excavators, the use of excavators in the country, what we are doing is that we have geofenced each mining concession. And also to avoid the fact that I can be in my concession and mine someone else's concession, because as we speak, MiM is actually operating the shoulder-to-shoulder boundary concession system, whereby if my concession boundary ends here, someone else's concession starts from the next side. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. Yeah, so with this, what we have done is that we have created a buffer zone within each mining concession, right? And the buffer zone, we have given it a distance of 50 meters. Because if you look at the length of an excavator, we are looking at between 35 to 40 meters. So within your buffer area in your concession, you can still mine. We don't mine. But what we have configured the tracker to do is that once you get into the buffer area, there's a beeping sound that will prompt the operator that you are within your buffer area. You can still go ahead and mine. But if you don't hit the beeping sound and you cross your actual concession boundary, the excavator will shut down on its own. What we are doing is that we want to be able to take away the human intervention as much as possible. Because if we don't do that, and we allow persons to be shutting down the machines, because we are going to be tracking thousands of machines, that is going to be a lot of work. So the machines have been programmed in such a way that once you cross the concession boundary, the excavator will go off on its own. And once it goes off, you need to come to Minerals Commission, and then we can repair for you. Because what we do is that we have set up a control room in the commission that operates 24 hours. So at any point in time, we run 3 shifts. Each shift sits 8 people. And at any point in time, they will be able to help you to ensure that your machine is operating seamlessly. So we pair up the excavators with the concessions at a time. Depending on how many excavators you have, we pair it for you. So if you are moving an excavator from one concession to a different concession, you need to come through Minerals Commission. We get the coordinates, because MiM is already running what we call the MCAS, which actually holds the licenses or the coordinates of all legal sites in the country. So we have just picked the coordinates and paired it into our system. So at any point in time, we have the coordinates, and we do the pairing at will.
The red line represents the geofence and the actual concession boundary. The area between the red and yellow lines is the buffer zone. As the excavator enters the buffer zone, there is a beeping sound to notify the operator that he or she is approaching their concession boundary. Once the excavator crosses the red boundary, the engine disengages. The Minerals Commission will be monitoring the quarry and industrial mineral sector. Here, for each quarry or industrial mineral carting truck, there is a need to calculate the tonnage or volume of ore being.
Yes, so as part of our project, the quarry sector in Ghana is a huge sector. It's a very huge sector. But we've noticed that over time, it faces a lot of problems. And keenly amongst the problem is underreporting. Because the quarry sites, they don't report their actual productions. And once they don't report their actual productions, it means that the country is losing. Ghana Revenue Authority, that's GRA, they don't get the right taxes because we don't get the actual productions. Minerals Commission do not get the actual productions to estimate future plans. And MIF will obviously not have its right royalties. So there is a need to also introduce technologies that will ensure that we completely take away the human intervention. Then the country will be able to get its actual connect. There is a small clip that I want to play, please, the video. Yes, so this is a typical a company that we visited. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us, they had their own cameras recording their activities. So when they realized that the staff from GRA and Minerals Commission were coming to the office, they were hiding their receipts. So it means that once, yes, you see, they're hiding them. So instantly you see that clearly they will report to us that they have just sold 5. Probably they've sold 100. Based on this, the country is losing greatly. So this is the need why we believe that Minerals Commission actually taking that tangent to roll on board technology, because it is very, very important. Because in every process where we have a lot of human hands, you realize that there will be a lot of bottlenecks in that system. So this is what the country is actually towing to, where the quarry sector, we are going to fit scanners across the entire quarry value chain. So at any point in time, we will be able to get the actual production levels, and then GRA and MIF will also be able to generate their rightful taxes. Okay.
Started. The load scanner scans the track as soon as it passes beneath it, determining the total waste that is being transported. By the time quarry and industrial mineral carting companies are ready to submit their return forms, the Minerals Commission already has an idea of how much money they are to contribute to the government. But where do all these data go? The data is received.
Yeah, so the data, as we've set up the control room at the Minerals Commission head office, where the data is received, we have trained IT personnel that's actually process this data to ensure that the country is actually receiving what it has to receive. It is very, very important that we do this.
And processed at the Minerals Commission. Welcome to the Ghana MiM Repository and Tracking Control Room, which is made up of the Explosives Carting Trucks Monitoring Section, the Weighting and Copy Area, the Earth Moving and Mining Equipment Section, the Call Center Section, and the Tactical Area. The Ghana MiM Repository and Tracking Control Room was engineered by Ghanaians from the University of Mines and Technology. Countries facing similar challenges can contact the project contractors through the Minerals Commission of Ghana. The tracking and monitoring of earth-moving and mining equipment in all parts of the country will aid in curbing illegal mining, and soon, Galamsey will come to an end.
Okay, yes. So presently, these are the machines that we're actually tracking in the country in real time. So in the control room now, you can see that all these machines that we are tracking. Presently, we are tracking machines in 4 different regions: Western, North, Ashanti, and then Upper East, Upper West region. The government has rolled out, we have actually rolled out other policies where we are going to be tracking excavators from the port. As we speak, Minerals Commission and DVLA has teamed up, and we've set up an office at the port. So presently, there are close to 400 excavators that are at the port now. The process started today. This morning, we started the tracking of excavators in the country that are at the port. And then plans are far advanced to also track the machines that are already in the country. It's estimated that we have close to 15,000 excavators operating in the mining areas alone. Plans are far advanced that all these equipments are going to be tracked in real time. We will know who owns them. We will know where they are at any point in time. And anyone that flouts the laws, we will send the law enforcement agencies to actually come after them. So we also have a video clip of someone that violated the rules. They didn't heed to the concession boundaries, and their machine got stuck in the bush for about a week or so. So we also have a video of that I think, yeah. So that's also, this is a typical example of an equipment that got stuck in a bush.
Report if you are when I buy anything.
They see and say, machine you one saying concession.
Okay.
And Eban say, Obi Free operator and say, or wage market to a being obey credit cacramano.
Okay.
Initially,
so basically, what he's saying is that we got information that his machine got stuck in the bush somewhere around Prestia. And then he said his operator was the one who got a job somewhere and was moving the excavator out of his designated concession to a different, without his knowledge. He's the owner. So it means that the operator was actually doing something behind him. And then the machine got stuck. The operator thought it was an electrical problem, they brought in electricians to actually help fix the problem, but the machine just couldn't start. So he knew that we have a tracker in there because any excavator we track, we actually paste a telephone number that links to the control room. So if you have any problem, you just call. So he called, and then we got to know. So we sent a Minerals Commission district officer there, and that's the one he's actually interviewing him. So basically, his machine got stuck, and it came to light that we needed to actually go back again and then ensure that his machine comes back live. But because of the system that we've deployed, if a machine gets stuck and you pay the fine, because there's a fine that you have to pay, automatically we send you a QR code. Quickly, the machine just comes back. It's quickly. So these are all softwares that we have developed. We developed the softwares in Ghana, and they are working. We are rolling out, and we believe that in no time, we are going to help with the fight against illegal mining. Yeah, so this is just an image of the port. So these are all machines presently at the port that are waiting to be tracked. I was at the port myself last week, Friday, and there were close to 400 excavators at the port alone in Ghana. So we are making plans to actually have all of them tracked, and DVLA is also going to have number plate systems also on them. Because the reason why we needed to work with DVLA, because we noticed that most of the excavators that are operating within the country do not have DVLA number embossed plates. So it was a need that we actually share databases so that at any point in time, we can know where they are, and DVLA can also give them the numbers that they have to give. All right. Okay, so yes, there is a need for us to support our fight with aerial images, because MiM has district offices across the country. So, and they always visit the sites to ensure that legal mining is ongoing. But before they actually get there, there is a need for us to give them aerial views so that they will know exactly what is happening before they even get there. So MiM is also investing heavily in drones. As you can see, these are some of the drones that we use. And the drone footages have been integrated into the software systems that we have in the control room. So at any point in time, we have live video footages of any aerial images that is coming in from the field. And we have trained data analysts who actually analyze the videos to ensure that we are seeing what we want to see. We've also brought on board artificial intelligence for object detection, because it's very, very important that there are specific objects that we want to see. Because if you look at it, if I am on an illegal mining site and a legal mining site, the difference is not too much, because it's just the coordinates that will let you know that this is an illegal mining site, but they all use the same equipment. They all use excavators, they all use loose boards, and all that. So there is a need for us to bring on board AI to help us to do object detection, so that at any point in time we find an equipment on a site, we should be able to pair the coordinates of that equipment to the coordinates that we have in the MCAS. And once we have the MCAS, then once we have the coordinates, we can easily know that this site is an illegal site or an illegal site. It's very, very important. So yes, so these are models that we developed ourselves. We trained the models ourselves in the control room to ensure that once we are flying the drones, once we capture an excavator, we should be able to quickly know whether this excavator is on a licensed site or an illegal site. And once we know that you are on an illegal site, automatically the coordinates are sent to the Minerals Commission district officers, which are within that area. And then they can move in and do what they have to do. So basically, this is what the Minerals Commission is actually doing to also help the government in the fight against illegal mining through technology, because it has come to stay, and we believe that it's going to help us a long way. So this is the software. Yeah, so this is the software that was developed in-house. It was developed in-house, so basically it captures everything. Because what we noticed when it comes to those who actually operate or own excavators, we noticed that there are three ownership categories. We have the concession-owned equipment. It means that I have a license to mine, and I've bought my equipment. And we have the dealers. The dealers are those who just import the excavators and they rent it. And then we have what? The individual-owned equipment. I also have my money and I can buy. The problem more is with the dealers, because they just rent it. So if we need to have eyes on them. So that is why we are actually moving closer. Now we have a database virtually of the dealers in the country so that we control how they dish their machines out to actually cause harm to our environment. And then per the software, we also have a law enforcement model where basically all equipment that have flouted the law, because we want our security agencies to actually know who owns them as quickly as possible, all those equipment are pushed into the law enforcement model, and then we give room to our security agencies to actually have access to that model so that they can pursue and then do what they have to do. So please, this is where we are as Minerals Commission and as a country. Thank you.